2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. Well, for Minnesota, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. And for Karl Anthony Towns, just last season, GMs voted him the player they'd most like to build a team around. Shaq, I can't think of higher praise than that.
That's because Big Cats is a perfect example of the modern-day center. Can do it all, Ernie, on both ends of the floor.
I really like his game, too.
I agree. He's a terrific scorer on 3 levels, and that's pretty impressive. He can do it on the box, the mid-range, and the 3-ball, Ernie.
Yes,
he has a lot of years left in him. He can make a big impact. I probably would want to start a team with him as well.
Kevin Harlan will have the call. Game's about to start. We'll see y'all later.
Welcome, everyone, to the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the home of the Timberwolves, where we're broadcasting from live today. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. The Cleveland Cavaliers come into this one after a win against Toronto.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
Well, accurate outside shooting when you're on the road, you find that kind of rhythm. It's hard to do. They made it look easy.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, the work ethic of Wolves coach Tom Thibodeau is very well known. Now, back in Chicago, Jimmy Butler would try to beat him to practice. But no matter how early Butler arrived, Tibbs was already there. Finally, Butler said, okay, forget it. I can't beat him. So I'm just going to run through a wall for him. Kevin?
Thanks, David. One of the interesting storylines of this young season, Brett Barry, the surprising early development of a couple rookies in the league.
Early development of rookies is a great thing for a young team because all of a sudden somebody's taking the reins. And I think coaches always appreciate when a rookie comes in, he does the work in the offseason, all that work starts to pay off. But now rookies tend to start looking towards somebody else, or the team starts looking towards that young player as somebody who may be able to handle and carry the weight of the franchise for a little while.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. Clarkson is out there with Sexton. And it's Hood in at the small forward position. And that one's good. Wiggins.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Sexton kicks to Thompson. The pass to Clarkson. Over Wiggins. And good as it just snugs right down through the net. Teague with the ball. Wiggins outside. Gibson with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Gibson the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Teague. That one misses. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle, and they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
This is what you get with Kevin Love. He can slide down to play the center position, and obviously he's a great stretch force, so that's some flexibility.
You know, watching Kevin Love, he's really got a ton of tools at his disposal offensively. We know he can shoot it. We know he can post it, but his off-ball movement has also improved. Love has molded himself into a dynamic scorer.
That free throw good from Kevin Love. And with Love and his offensive game, he has even started getting more scores off of cuts.
Yeah, Love has a good sense of timing on when a lane will open up, and often will get matched up with a defender that just isn't as quick as he is. And when everything is clicking for him, he can light it up in a quarter, as we've seen in the past.
Across the board, Brent, it's hard to find an offensive weapon as efficient as Kevin Love.
He doesn't have the highest shooting percentage for a big man, but his impact is huge because of how many threes he takes and how many threes he ultimately makes. When he gets locked in with that kind of shot, he can explode for some huge numbers. We've seen that in the past.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game. And he can't get the first one.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
And he's good on the second. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage. Yeah, good job to take it right at the game.
For Cleveland, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
Free throw good, Sexton. And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, and he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
And he makes both free throws.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton, a crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
Now here's Teague. Gibson dishes to Teague. They set the pick. Gibson with it, guarded now by Kevin Love. Nice job coming off that screen. Butler's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, you just can't lose Butler when screens are involved. The minute he has daylight to shoot, he's going to go with it.
And stolen by Wiggins. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. Coming off a terrific season. 12th in rebounding, 12th in free throw percentage. And he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Rose, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. On defense, the Timberwolves took him no time at all on that one.
That's a huge part of Love's game right now. A catch-and-shoot player. He has great confidence in that shot.
There's a screen. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
A little over-aggressive. He's got to dial it back if he wants to stay on the floor. 2,000 the first. Tough to overcome.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Clarkson. Butler against Hood. Outside Butler. Over Hood. Pocket 6. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Sexton with it. Working on Rose. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Love the pass to Thompson. Good on the wing, defended by Butler. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Here is Love. He had 22 points in the win against Toronto.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Towns, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed. And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers, and his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
And Towns drops them both.
He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Thompson, high post. Pass to Hood. Here's Osman. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Right side, Butler. Three-pointer. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And it's 6 points for Butler.
And how about the improvement of Butler in the catch-and-shoot game? Every year he seems to get a little more comfortable.
Sexton kicks to Hood. Over to the wing. The screen from Thompson. Love at the elbow. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Wiggins, and again it's Minnesota.
And that's the role they want for Rose, getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Now here's Sexton. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. And Sexton slams it in.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
No doubt. His success converting around the rim is largely due to the one thing he does better than most, and that is fly.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Now here's Hood. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
This is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible, not getting anything to go.
Outside Butler. The kick out to Towns. Offline with his 3. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And Hood the bucket on the assist by Love.
Well, how about the strength shown there by Rodney Hood? He has that great frame, and he shrugs off the defense that time.
Outside Butler. High post try. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And it's Osman missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch, But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Hood. Osman, the pass to Sexton. Back to Osman. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Minnesota leading by 3. Open shot, Butler. Rebound by Smith. Sexton with it. Working on Rose. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. The WNBA, the top teams make the playoffs. We know that regardless of what conference. And the early results look good, Brent. Do you ever see that happening in the NBA?
I like the chatter about it. I like the consideration about it. I love the idea of the top 16 teams making the playoffs. But then I think to myself, well, if 12 of those 16 teams are in the Western Conference, then a lot of people are going to be watching something else come playoff time. So
travel just makes it prohibitive.
Not just the travel, Kevin, but the idea that you have these shifts. As we know, the Western Conference has dominated the NBA for at least the last decade, that there just wouldn't be much attention for the playoffs, at least throughout the country, if you did it that way.
Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Tolliver comes in for Taj Gibson. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And here's Sexton. 5 points in the game. Pass to Osman. Butler with the steal. Here's Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Smith, no good. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard. Probably their weakest area in that game.
No doubt we could talk about them getting dominated physically. That's exactly what happened there. They got pushed around the entire game.
Here's Sexton. Following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. They need this. Rose with the block. To the inside. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Rose. And now it's an 11-point Minnesota lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Ball's knocked loose. They push it up 4 on 3 with the shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Here's Smith. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And another miss by Cleveland. Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And Wiggins throws it down.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or 2 in the defense.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Cleveland's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Osman kicks to Sexton. Misses the 3. Timberwolves leading by 13. Here's Rose. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Osman, the pass to Thompson. Love dishes to Sexton. Smith for three. No good on that one. And Minnesota will come the other way.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Cleveland.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot.
And that one misses.
How many chapters last year were there to the Cavs season? A lot of player movement, a lot of drama in the locker room, and obviously trying to find their way back to the NBA Finals, which they eventually did. So when we say a successful year overall, probably, but a little mismatched.
To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Jang, a screen. Okogie. Jang, the pass to Rose. Here is Tolliver. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Jang, a screen. Okogie doesn't go for him. And Cleveland the other way now. And for all the things the Cavs went through last season, Brent, they still managed to get 50 wins.
Yeah, good enough for the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference last year. I wonder if they were not a home team, if they would have gotten back to the finals. It would have been interesting with all the additions to that roster, trying to come up with a makeshift offense around LeBron James, if they would have gotten to his 8th finals last year. Pushed to the limit several times, but ultimately appearing again in the NBA Finals.
And here's Rose. George Hill getting it to go from deep. Outside Rose. They set the screen over Nance. But he recovers it. Rose passes to Jang. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's called on Channing Frye. The Timberwolves have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. First free throw is good. And Jang drops them both. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Outside Hill. Over in the corner, Osman hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, I feel for him right now, guys. He's much better than this 1-for-4 start. He just needs to relax a little bit out there and let that game come around to him.
Here is Tolliver. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Rose in the post. He's against Hill. 4 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Poked away. That's a 2 from Smith. Misses off the right eye. Timberwolves leading by 8. From deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Hill drives in. Nance outside. Here's Osman. He's covered by Deng. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Rose with the ball to the right side. And Jang kicks to Rose. Back to Jang. Over Frye. And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for Minnesota. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. With the arrival in Minnesota of Jimmy Butler, Karl Anthony Towns says their expectations have grown.
When I sat down with Jimmy in the first, it was just about winning, understanding how bad he wants to win, how much confidence he had in us as a team and as an organization to get him there. And that made us that much more confident in each other and the abilities that we had.
Well, Butler helped vault them to the playoffs in year one with the Timberwolves. Greg, we'll see how far they can go.
I mean, he's proven to be a true superstar. I think the development of their youth will determine their ceiling.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
Well, there's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
Gorgie Dang is out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then there's Teague. Then it's Dang. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
No good on that one. And with Clarkson as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
Here's Teague. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Love how Jeff Teague did not fear that attempt. He was amongst the trees, but it did not affect the shot.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. So it's Minnesota now, following the score by Cleveland. Jang, and that one goes long. Teague against Hill. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Outside Teague. In the corner, it's Tolliver. Offline with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
14 feet away, and Luol Deng pulls it down. Minnesota leading by 10. Teague dishes to Tolliver. It's deflected.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. Interior presence, rising up and tossing that one away.
Hill passes to Fry. It's back to Hill. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
It's stolen by Hill. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Teague against Hill. Jang with a screen on Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Jang a screen. Okogie. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Now here is Smith. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Raptors in Toronto. And Nance kicks to Clarkson. Got a hand on it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Gibson comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Rodney Hood's checked in for J.R. Smith. Towns dishes to Dang. Back to Towns. To end the drought. The offensive rebound. And it's Towns on the follow. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And the Cavaliers call time here. When it comes to veteran players, Brent, on a team, what characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, when an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate as
right.
much.
When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays, much more impactful.
Good point. The Cavaliers trail by 9. In the corner, it's Clarkson. To the middle, here's Hood, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Close to the rim and having an intent to score. That's an assertive play from Rodney Hood.
Teague against Hill. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. Love comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Sexton in for Hill. Butler against Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Hood. Passes it to Clarkson. Inside and stolen by Jeff Teague. One-on-one here. Here's Butler and slam dunk by Butler.
Well, an amazing effort on the defensive end from Teague with the steal, and the team's rewarded in transition.
Sexton kicks to Love. Towns against Thompson. Back to Love. Just 5 to shoot. Dishes it to Hood. Over Butler. Off the left rim and out.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The Timberwolves have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. That one misses. Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself. Last year in Treviso, for the first time, the NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they can start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. Lobbed up there for Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
Now Sexton. Jeff Teague missing from long range. Hood against Butler. Sexton with the screen for Love. Right wing. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Love. Sexton's got it back down to within single digits for the Cavs. Teague kicks to Wiggins. And the pass to Butler. Towns the screen. Shoots a fader. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Now Sexton. 8 points for him. Out to the right wing. Clarkson kicks to Sexton. Over Teague. And again, it's Cleveland.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Here's Butler. And that's collected by Love. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
The Cavaliers have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them. Derrick Rose is checked in for Minnesota.
One shot.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's Towns. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Now here's Clarkson. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. And a wide open look for Hood. No good off the front iron.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Rose passes to Towns. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists in the game.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Now here's Thompson. Good. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
Towns the screen. Wiggins outside. Kicks it to Gibson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Taj Gibson's postgame continues to improve, that time showing a nice touch.
Outside Hood. And Sexton has it in the corner. He's looking for Love and finds him. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
And how about a look at Jimmy Butler? He's coming off an excellent season. 4th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Osman. Back to Love. Over Gibson. And another miss by Cleveland.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Rose gets the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Good. That's 12 points for Colin Sexton.
Yeah, his shooting has been on target here in the second frame after not being able to get anything going in the first.
Wiggins kicks to Towns. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Tipped away. And stolen by Love. Now Cleveland moving it up. Smith dishes to Love. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
I like seeing Love work that in-between area. He's got a great understanding of when it is that he's going to have the room to fire.
Now here's Rose. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Smith against Butler. This one for 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Love with the bucket.
Well, using some of that size and strength inside to gain advantage was Kevin Love that time.
Here is Rose. Following the basket by Kevin Love. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Towns down low. He's covered by Thompson. And the shot is good. 17 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Sexton kicks to Love. Lets it go from deep. The shot by Sexton, no good. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Tyronn, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just we haven't made shots. We just got to relax and we got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Andrew Wiggins was the man in the first. He ended up with 17 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
I was surprised at some of the recklessness. They were scattered, sloppy ball handling, just too many turnovers. It gets back to fundamentals. Forget the highlight reel pass. Make the effective one. Simple bounce pass. John Wooden taught us that in the 40s, 30s, 50s, whenever he was coaching. Just play under control. Simple ball, dude.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. Sexton is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot. Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. 18 points for Jimmy Butler.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now, here's Sexton. Teague covering. Sexton with it. Hood for 3. Here's Clarkson. Hangs in the air. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Wiggins against Clarkson. Teague, the pass to Gibson. Over Love. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Taj Gibson is tough. proven veteran who plays well on both ends of the court.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good from Gibson. And the Cavaliers with possession here, trailing by 10. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Butler against Hood. Back to Love. Bangs home the trifecta. Love's got 11.
Well, it took 4. They finally got one to go. Still, they need to connect on more opportunities to get this quarter going.
And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player. A lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
Offensive rebound. Shots good by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 points in the quarter.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Sexton kicks to Hood. There's the dish to Love. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Hood uses the glass that time, and it's good. 6 points for him.
Hood, nice job on the mid-range there, finding a little bit of a gap and making the defense pay.
There's the pick. Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Sexton. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
Now here's Teague. Wiggins passes to Gibson. Towns the screen. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Lobbed up there for Love. Hood gets the bucket. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Butler attacking. Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 22 points.
And he has been running circles around the defense, and it's a different playing field now with Butler being on.
Now here's Sexton. 14 points for him. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Zhang's checked in, and then for Cleveland, Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love, and George Hill's subbed in for Sexton. Clarkson kicks to Hill. That one, no good. Great D that time from T.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Well, Teague has his binoculars on, able to find his man for that open look.
Outside Hill. Pass to Hood. The 3. Some solid defense from Butler.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Hood with it. Butler covering. And the rejection by Towns. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Hood for 3. Here's Nance. Lays it up and banks it in.
Hard for opposing teams to box out Nance because of all the activity that Larry Nance Jr. has. Plays alive on every possession.
Now here's Teague. There's a good screen. Nance with some nice D.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
And now here comes Teague leading the break. A floater. It's hauled in by Fry. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Here's Clarkson. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. On the free throw, no good.
Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever's asked of him to earn minutes.
Good, trying to break free, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Sunday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Then on Wednesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
And when you look at that Pacers matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
The first one falls.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a 2nd-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
He's perfect from the line this time. Timberwolves leading by 3. Teague kicks to Zhang. Back to Teague. Five on the clock. They set the screen. It's deflected. They retain possession. Hill against Teague. They get it again. Here's Fry. It's deflected. On the wing, Dang. Goodbye, Hood. Dang can't get it to go. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 12-4 run. Clarkson, no good with the layup. The Timberwolves shooting the ball at 42%. Okogie, the rebound by Nance. Nance has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Teague against Hill. To the wing right side. Here's Nance. Rebound by Zhang. Zhang's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And there's Dang. That's good on the assist by Teague. Teague's got his 4th assist in this one. And here's Clarkson. 10 points for him. Fry passes to Clarkson. There's the pick. The shot, no good.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Clarkson, how he did last season. Averaged about 14 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rose is checked in. Smith checked in for the Cavaliers. Osman comes in for Jordan Clarkson. Smith kicks to Hill. Back to Smith. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Timberwolves leading by 4. Zhang, a screen. Pass to Tolliver. It's good.
The defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammate the wide open shot.
The drive by Smith, and Smith with the stuff.
Well, JR going to the rim, showing that he's still got a burst of speed.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. Jang, a screen. Okogie, it's tipped. Outside Hill. Passes to Osman. Smith left side. And it falls over the rim and in. Smith's got 7 points for the quarter.
J.R. Smith has a quick release and can shoot it from deep, but that time a nice job off the pass.
Jang, a screen. Double team on Rose. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Hill, no good. Minnesota in the lead.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Here's Hill after the basket by Minnesota. A beautiful reverse layup. Hill's got 8 points.
Yeah, smart play there. George Hill good at figuring out ways in the paint to score the basketball.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting the ball at 42%. To the paint, here's Tolliver, and it's denied. And he gets it back from beyond the arc. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
For the tie, and the rejection by Jang. Down low from 10 feet out, and he connects with the jumper. Tolliver's got his third basket of the night. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there. He still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
It's 2-on-1. Cavaliers with the rebound. Fry's got his 5th rebound in this one. Smith right side. That one doesn't drop. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Hill, following the score by Luol Deng. Hill passes to Smith. Pick up by Hill. Here's the screen. Smith off the screen, and the shot goes in. Smith's got 9 points in the quarter.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Jang, a screen. Tolliver kicks to Jang. He dishes it to Rose. It's stolen by Hill.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
And now here comes Deng, leading the break. No good that time. The Cavaliers trail by 4. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. There's a good screen. Here's Hill. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jang with a screen on Smith. Butler kicks to Rose. Got it up. And no good trying to get that one. And we've reached the end of the third. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Wiggins and Butler make up the perimeter. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. And it's Rose in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And that one's good by Butler.
Butler's just so skilled at finding ways to score inside. Utilizes his height and strength well and varies that release point.
Love with the screen for Sexton. Takes a 3. Rebound by Rose. Rose has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here is Smith. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
And you got to admire Butler. I mean, when he's got space to rise up for the finish, he does not hesitate.
Smith against Wiggins. Smith the pass to Sexton. For 3, Love. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Conceding. Tries again. The kick out to Rose. And there's the pass to Butler. Now here's Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Got to keep Taj out of the post. How many of those have we seen?
The Cavaliers trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
For 3, Smith. Doesn't go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
The athleticism J.R. Smith showed in the early part of his career was impressive, and so was that play.
Rose kicks to Gibson. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Gibson. Just 5 on the clock. Towns a screen on Smith. 3-pointer. Butler. Love grabs the board.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
And the rejection by Towns. Here's Sexton. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 17 points for Colin Sexton.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
Now here's Butler, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Teague is checked in for Derrick Rose. Then for the Cavaliers, Hood comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Jetty Osman. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And that one, good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Outside Teague. There's the screen. Outside Butler. He kicks to Wiggins. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Here's Hood. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And without a doubt, Rodney Hood is at his best when he's being aggressive. Doesn't settle for shots, and he looks to create and finish around the rim. Sometimes he can serve as a playmaker. That happened a lot when he was with the Utah Jazz under Quinn Snyder.
That free throw good from Hood. You know, Hood can fall into settling for mid-range shots at times, Brent, but that isn't when he's his most effective.
No, a lot of players fall into playing passively, and Rodney Hood is sometimes guilty of that. The trick is finding ways to try to keep him aggressive, make sure that he's impacting the game in ways that his skill set could draw it out.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Wiggins. Gibson with the screen on Hood. Here's Butler. And the shot falls short this time. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And Thompson kicks to Clarkson. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson bringing it up to the 10th.
The Timberwolves have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Inside. Here's Gibson. Basket counts. Here's Sexton. Love outside. Pass to Clarkson. Hood against Butler. Just 4 to shoot. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Minnesota with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. Yep, it counts.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Now, here's Sexton. Love outside. Hood on the wing, defended by Butler. Hood can't get it to go.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Free throw good, Wiggins.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
Now, here's Sexton. For 3, Love. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Teague the pass to Wiggins. Towns the screen. Here's Butler. The kick out to Teague. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 6 assists in the game.
What a sweet-looking stroke there from Teague. He's lethal from the three-point line.
Clarkson passes to Love. Dishes to Sexton. Here's Clarkson. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Here's Teague. Outside Gibson. There's the feed to Wiggins. Stolen by Clarkson. Hood with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Hood can't get it to go.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Timberwolves leading by 10. T kicks to Gibson. Wiggins outside. They set the pick. Here's Towns.
Tristan did a great job of elevating that time to contest, did not stay on the deck.
Baseline try. Back to Clarkson. Over Wiggins. That misses off the backboard. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's Butler missing. The Cavaliers trail by 10. To the paint. Here's Love. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2. Love's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Kevin, stick-to-itiveness. You heard that? Kevin Love just showed you what it's all about.
T kicks to Butler. To the paint. Here's Towns. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
A terrific all-around scorer, and tonight we're getting the full arsenal from Kevin Love.
Minnesota leading by 8. And the Timberwolves call time here. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Andrew Wiggins.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Now here's Teague. He's tightly guarded, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Got a piece of it. Butler with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Teague's got the ball. Kicks it to Towns. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
Now here's Thompson. This one for 3. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
And he makes the first. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Minnesota leading by 10. Now here's Teague. Gibson the screen. Gibson with the screen on Hood. Layup off the pick. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That's good from Gibson. And both free throws good from Gibson. Now Sexton. Love outside. Lets a floater go, and that one drops. Love's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he's always been a force inside. Love is a master on that low block, and there aren't many teams that have figured out a way to stop him.
He gets that one. 14 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Now here's Love from 12 feet out. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. The offensive rebound. Teague with a clean look. From outside off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Hood drives in. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And the first one at the line is good.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And so Butler nails both of them. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Sexton kicks to Love. Good. Love's got 22 points.
Well, he's taking it right at the defense as Kevin Love right now, sniffing out some offensive opportunities.
We've got 1:23 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Towns. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 6th assist on the night. It's a pick by Love. Towns with the steal, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Butler.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
So it's the Timberwolves now. George Hill getting it to go from deep. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. Hood comes in for Smith. Clarkson, he's checked in for David Nwaba. And it's Sexton in for Hill. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Nance dishes to Clarkson. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Wiggins. Another miss by Minnesota. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
On the wing, Wiggins. Jang, high post. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Jang drops them both. Hood for 3. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. We play together, play hard. We can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.